My name's Jenna Johnson, and I will be doing a digital scene analysis on the movie Forrest Gump.
Do you want a chocolate? I could eat about 1.5 million of these. My mom always said life was like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. Those must be comfortable shoes. I bet you could walk all day in shoes like that and not feel a thing. I wish I had shoes like that.
My feet hurt.
Mom always said there's an awful lot you can tell about a person by their shoes. Where they going? Where they been? I've worn lots of shoes. I bet if I think about it real hard, I could remember my first pair of shoes. Mama said they'd take me anywhere. She said they was my magic shoes.
All right, Forrest. You can open your eyes now.
As we can see in the first scene of Forrest Gump, the movie starts out with a wide-shot camera angle showing Forrest and the stranger he is sitting by on the bench. This is a way to first introduce Forrest to the audience as a charismatic yet goofy character who clearly just has good intentions and wants to make a friend. As the camera starts in a wide shot, it slowly zooms in to just Forrest as he ponders his life, then brings him back to his childhood. As the scene then switches to Forrest as a child, an adult Forrest voice turns into a narration instead of his own dialogue to show the audience that this is now a flashback of his life.
Let's take a little walk around. How does it feel? His legs are strong, Miss Gump, as strong as I've ever seen. But his back's as crooked as a politician. But we're gonna straighten him out.
The lighting is changed from the first scene now to the scene in the doctor's office, where the lighting switches from front to natural or ambient lighting. This implies a setting and new environment that he is in. There is also a large shift in time periods, which is implied by the costumes of the actors and how there is not as advanced medicine, hence the braces on Forrest's legs to fix his scoliosis. The diegetic element in this scene is now when Forrest leaves the view of the camera. We can only assume that he is still walking around, trying out his new braces because of the clomping sounds we hear in the background of the dialogue.
We're gonna straighten him right up now, aren't we, Forrest?
Forrest!
Now, when I was a baby, Mama named me after the great Civil War hero, General Nathan Bedford Forrest. She said we was related to him in some way, and what he did was, he started up this club called the Ku Klux Klan. They'd all dress up in their robes and their bed sheets and act like a bunch of ghosts or spooks or something.
The scene shift is again assisted by Forrest's narration about where his name came from. This narration creates irony because of him explaining the KKK to an African American woman he just met. This further shows the blissful ignorance of Forrest, as he possibly could be offending her, but he has absolutely no intention to.
They'd even put bed sheets on their horses and ride around. And anyway, that's how I got my name, Forrest Gump.
As Forrest's narration ends, but in this scene, we see the first glimpse of special effects, or another timeline flashback of what we can assume is a much older clip of film by the filter and speed of the clip.
Mama said that the Forrest part was to remind me that sometimes we all do things that, well, just don't make no sense.
Is it this way? Hold on. Ow.
y'all staring at? Haven't you ever seen a little boy with braces on his legs before?
Another scene shift occurs, pulling the audience back to the storyline, where the first scene of conflict is pictured, when he gets his foot stuck in the drain because of his disability. The camera shifts focus from them pulling his leg out to the two men behind them as onlookers, judging harshly. This is a tone shift when Forrest's mother speaks up to the men, defending her son, and creating an element of independence between the two.
Don't ever let anybody tell you they're better than you, Forrest. If God intended everybody to be the same, he'd have given us all braces on our legs.
Mom always had a way of explaining things so I could understand them.